Listen, I know there are a lot of things I can't call myself an expert in. One thing is American politics. I mean, look at this.
Talk about the fact that President Trump incited an erection.
If they believe Donald John Trump incited the insurrection.
Into inciting an insurrection, which he did.
Another thing is jobless reincarnation. Well, to me, just why so many people like it, considering all besides degenerates, obviously. If you've been following this series, you should know how I feel about jobless reincarnation. However, this video is a little bit different. It's talking about the fans and how they feel about the series, and it comes from Bash, and he's a really huge Mushoku Tensei fan, but considering the controversy, he doesn't really feel so strong about that. Let me just show you what I mean.
There's absolutely no defending Rudy. This video is for the Rudy defenders, and you guys are not gonna like it. First and foremost, there's not a single one of you that can tell me that I'm making this video just because I want views. Because there's not a single content creator in all of TikTok that I have seen personally that makes any more content than me regarding Mushoku Tensei and talking about the good part of the story. But the one thing I'm not gonna let you guys do is defend Rudy in any way, shape, or form, because nothing of the bad stuff that he's done is excusable. Every single one of you that comes into the comment section saying that he's not actually a 40-year-old man because he reincarnated, no, you need to stop that right now. I don't care about the fact that he was a shut-in and he didn't really get to live or experience, so mentally he's a kid. That's not a thing. And I'm not even talking about what he did to Linnea and Priscilla. I'm talking about the scene in season 1 episode 4 when Rudy is saying that he basically reached a plateau and he might have to travel in order to increase his magic skills, and Sylvie starts crying and asking him not to leave, and Rudy is literally follow it up by saying, we will grow up together and I'll gradually raise her to become my idol woman. And for those of you that don't believe it, this is actually in the light novel as well. It's not an anime only thing. When he says, I've decided I'll make her into my perfect girl. I don't care how much of a shut-in he was in his previous life that he didn't get to experience anything. This statement right here is the mind of a grown-ass man thinking about how to gradually groom a kid into becoming his perfect wife. Throughout his entire childhood, Rudius knew better. Whether he was more mature or not doesn't matter. He knew what he was doing, and there's absolutely no excuse for it whatsoever. So for all of those of you in the comment section trying to defend it, saying that he doesn't have the mind of a 40-year-old man because he was a shut-in, or that he actually reincarnated so it's a new started life or whatever, he knew exactly what he was doing, and he had full intentions of manipulating Sylvie into becoming whatever woman he wanted when Sylvie was still a child, so she had no idea what was going on. I will make videos talking about the good stuff that he has done, and I will praise the story of Mushoku Tensei for the parts that are interesting, but there's not a single one of you that can excuse anything he did.
Now let's see what someone else has to say.
It makes me lose brain cells when people try to project onto me the fact that if I like this, then I support X, Y, and Z. People saying that if you like Mushoku Tensei, then you support all of these actions that Rudy does. No one's watching fucking My Hero Academia and being like, oh, you like Bakugo? Well, that just means you support bullying. And like, what about Attack on Titan? These people are literally committing war crimes. You know, if you think that Eren is a good character, then do you support child murdering? Do you support massacre? Fucking Vegeta tried to blow up a whole fucking planet and people fucking love him. Why do they love him? Because he had a redemption arc. I really like seeing Rudy become a better person and seeing the journey that he takes. At the beginning, he's horny as fuck. And as the series goes on, he tries to not see women as fucking objects. You know, he tries to give them respect as people do.
I'm not so sure about that.
And again, to the people who say, oh, this is a redemption story, please stop using that argument. Because what made Rudius bad, like being a predator, liking children, Rudius did not get any consequences for any of those things, and he did not learn a single thing about those aspects. The only thing that changed from the beginning of the series to the end is Rudius, at the start of the series, was a sad predator. At the end of the series, he was a happy one. That's all that happened. He did not learn. The author with Mushoku Tensei is just trying to normalize this type of things because he's sick in the head. That's all that it is.
But even with all that said, I still tend to find a lot of people who defend this series to the grave. Like there's some kind of effect it has on them. But why? Why is this bias? What's with all this urge to defend something that's so disgusting? Many people argue that the story is just really good and that's the only reason why they would watch it, but still, won't it just feel uncomfortable watching something with a good plot even though it has so many disgusting elements in it? Feel free to check the playlist at the end of the video for more details. All I'm trying to say is, if you see something that has all these disgusting elements in it, no matter how good the story is, you should probably not be watching it at all for any reason whatsoever. I'm just gonna give you my take. This might upset a lot of you, especially those of you who just watch it for the story. However, there is still stories similar to it, like the beginning after the end, but the reason why they don't get hate and just get all the love and praise that it has is because it has no degeneracy and it has an MC that you truly love that has no allegations whatsoever. I could continue talking about this, but I'm going to save it for the later video and not do it in this one.